Thank God, denyo. Oh, what that dang. This is the voice of the Patriot, where we speak truth to power. Now, here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. Remember, here we are not neutral, never, and we have never claimed to be. My brother, my sister, we have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are the headquarters of the truth. My brother, my sister, today we have a number of issues to look at in our daily editorial. And I need you to come along, because it's going to be hot as usual. This is the voice of the Patriot. And I want to say thank you so much for coming along, my brother, my sister. This is where all the action is. And the very first story we are looking at today is very interesting. And I need you to come along. Now, my brother, my sister, I'm reading this from Ghana Web. And I need you to open your ears and listen with rapt attention. Now it reads, and I go, what has changed and why now? Bawumia responds to religious tribal attacks against him. And I read, now former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has sent a clear message to his internal opponents in the NPP presidential primaries, who he said have resorted to an unfortunate tribal and religious campaign against him. Now addressing party members in New York last night during the 33rd anniversary celebration of NPP USA, Dr. Bawumia expressed disbelief over the development, which he said represented the views of only the bigots and not the true values of the NPP. Now, before his address yesterday, a viral video of a flag bearer aspirant, Brian Echampong, emerged, in which Echampong told delegates that the NPP ought to change Bawumia as its presidential candidate because, as a Mamprusi, the NPP lost Kusasi votes in the 2024 elections due to the Kusasi-Mamprusi conflict. My brother, my sister, they say when the drum is right in front of you, you beat it. You don't beat the sides. You beat the drum where it will sound. You don't beat around it to suffocate the sound. My brother, my sister, the truth is very plain and simple. The NPP has always been an Akan party. The NPP has always been an overly tribalistic party. And we are talking as historians. Don't let us go about beating about the bush unnecessarily. It is a party that has always believed in bigotism. It is a party that has always believed in tribalism. It is a party that is not worth considering as a nation that is looking for a unified front. That is the bare truth. We won't beat about the bush. Can we take you through history? Aside the fact that the NPP, my brother, my sister, that has its roots in the so-called UP, United Party, that was not united but rather disintegrated. My brother, my sister, along the lines of partisan politics and tribalism, it is a party that people need to look at with a second and a third eye. My brother, my sister, the roots of the NPP are certainly in the UP. That had the Muslim Brotherhood, the Northern People's Party, in fact, the Ghana Party, and so many other parties come together to form the UP. At the end of the day, did the Ghana Party get any recognition? No. The Muslim Brotherhood, did they get any recognition? No. All the recognition went to Manshia and their accounts. No two ways about that. We are talking history. Now let us go deeper into this. Now, at the time, the Northern People's Party, the NPP, was a very formidable party that had Dombo as its face. My brother, my sister, Dombo was the face of the Northern People's Party. Very powerful party that was anti-Nkrumah. Give the party some credit. When the NPP was founded from the ashes of the UP, how did they call it? Same NPP, but this time around, not Northern People's Party, but what? New Patriotic Party. My brother, my sister. And what did they say their tradition was? Dankwa Buzia. They totally removed Dombo, who was from the north. They didn't want to pollute their blood, traditional blood. Dombo had helped them win elections. He had helped them get seats in parliament. My brother, my sister. At the end of the day, they kicked him out, chopped him off like a bad habit. My brother, my sister, Dombo had no recognition whatsoever in the party. No wonder their tradition was simply Buzia Dankwa. Buzia Dankwa. Two sellouts of our nation. Sellouts of our nation. My brother, my sister, it took Kufuor, J.A. Kufuor, to come and pump some sense into the head of the so-called Buzia Dankwa tradition. He said, we are making a grievous mistake. This NPP has a tradition that has excluded Dombo. It's bad. We need to bring back the Dombo tradition. It took Kufuor, not Edu Boahen, no other person. My brother, my sister. And then Dombo was re-injected into the party. But my brother, my sister, they only mention Dombo when they are ready for elections. They only mention Dombo when it's time for elections. They only mention Dombo for political expediency. Dombo is an outcast of the NPP. We have to get to know this, my brother, my sister, and apply it. Dombo is like a forced red herring, in fact, in the party. May I go deeper? Bawumia came out all of a sudden, pulled into the NPP politics by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I'm sure he meant good. He wanted a man who was brainy. And of course, in his own words, he also wanted a man from that geopolitical area of the north, representing the Dombo tradition. So he was looking for two in one. A brainy guy who would help him rule. And two, somebody from the Dombo loins. Bawumia was picked up for that reason. But the moment Bawumia himself got the ticket to run, he forgot Dombo totally. How many times did we hear Bawumia mention Dombo? Have they done anything to represent Dombo? My brother, my sister, we have the Dankwa Institute. Do we have a Dombo Institute? Why didn't Bawumia take it upon himself to at least talk Dombo? The man whose name brought him into the NPP. No, he didn't do it. He didn't care. Dombo had so many children. Of course, some of them threw their support behind him, hoping that he will be able to bring back the name of Dombo into mainstream politics. But my brother, he failed woefully. So of course, when he went to the area, they had something inside them that was bitter. What did you do to uplift the name of Dombo? Did you ever organize any lectures? No. Not that I have heard of. What have you done monumentally to uplift the name of Dombo? To uplift the name of Dombo, it is not just enough to mention his name on a certain building. It goes beyond that. Actively, what were his achievements? What did he do? How can we keep the name flying high? These are the questions we are asking, my brother. Bawumia was so happy about just being, presidential, vice presidential running mate, kind of. Presidential running mate. So the people of the North certainly rejected him. My brother, my sister, now that Bawumia is in opposition, it's time to draw the tribal card and show him the real colors of the NPP, the tribalistic party that has no respect for unity nor patriotism. No. Tell me, my brother, my sister, when Bawumia was busily taunting Mahama and succeeded in tagging him as incompetent, exuding guttural laughs, my brother, my sister, all over the place, the NPP applauded because it was expedient to be able to get the northern votes using a northern cocoon. My brother, my sister, he was like a coliko being tossed around left, right, and center by the NPP. My brother, my sister, now that he's in opposition, tried once for presidency and failed badly and woefully, it is time to draw the tribal card and let him know who he really is, an outcast of the party, like Dombo. They were only forced to bring in Dombo, and Bawumia did absolutely nothing to uplift the image of Dombo. Did we have the lectures? Did they have any ceremony, at least in the North, to celebrate the memory of Dombo? No! He was busily learning how to dance so that in the next elections he will go out and show his dancing skills. The Northern People's Party was the biggest party ever formed in the North and representing the North. Whether you like it or not, that is the truth. Of course, the PNC came later. Imoro Igala and the rest of them. My brother, my sister, the people are not idiots. They know what it is. They have revolted. They will never vote for Bawumia. When he was busily moving from one shrine to one church, one mosque, and to a monastery, did he ever think about even building a proper grave site for Dombo? Did he? Go out on the streets and ask every Ghanaian, out of 100 Ghanaians, ask them who was SD Dombo. They will ask you, if it is a new planet that has been discovered. Have you ever heard of the name Dombo, SD Dombo? They will tell you, Dombo. Oh, you're South African, Niana. And now Uganda, or you're Nipa. Unfortunately, that was the one that Bawumia represented, but ended up misrepresented. So if Brian Achampong is drawing the tribal card, it is inherent in them. Their DNA is nothing but tribalistic. This is not the first time we are hearing Mampusi, Nodna, Muslim running. Canada, Japan also said it, didn't he? That the people rejected Bawumia because he was Muslim. Even the Zongos did not vote for him. You think the Zongos are idiots? What has been the contribution of Bawumia to the Zongo? The Zongo ministry was scrapped and thrown into the garbage heap. My brother, my sister, what was the achievement of the Zongo ministry after all? Have they been able to radically uplift the Zongo? The Zongo is the dirtiest place in Ghana, true or false. And they intentionally kept it dirty and poor so that during elections they can use the people by buying them off, pretending to bring them out of poverty. Try driving into Nima. You have to wear a face mask. The smelliest toilet is in Nima. The whole world, the smelliest toilet is in Nima. I've told this story over and over. One day I was in Nima, early time that I came to Accra, and Nima people would bear me out. I have lived there, my brother, my sister. When I came in and I was looking for a certain direction, what did the young man tell me? Nkabino no sheka gankagan ampak wana takulete de bayan ga sheka duba aka akun masallaci ana sallah cikin sheka biga banna nka de wuce kadan kaji wari nka ji wari na wallahi wari nka ji wari na no sheka saya nka duba left nka kagan building nan. They are now using smell as direction. Wallahi. Wallahi. Hey, at that time I thought it was funny. And I laughed. I made jokes about it. But today it hurts me. Are the people of Nima not human beings? No matter how much communal labor they decide to organize themselves and do, for some reason the place is still what it is, because politically they have a way of subduing people and making people never to rise. In Jamaica, they say they keep you on the level so you would never have advance. Hallelujah. You know what that means? It's only when you have it more that you can save and have more in advance. If you don't have it, what do? It's hand to mouth. Every day you are looking for them to give you something. So Brian Achampong, my brother, my sister, is only showing their true colors. That's NPP people. And it hurts me. No presidential candidate from the north or Ireland or any other place is good enough to be president in Ghana via the NPP. The best you can get is a Northerner who's a vice president. And most of the time, they look for Northerners who can be stooges. You know what it means to say a stooge? Like Bawumia. Stooge. They are just satisfied and okay with what they get. The elevation that they have had. And they are okay with that. Levy was coming, he was quiet. He didn't care. After condemning it in one way or the other, when it was coming, the stooge kept quiet. His party was misbehaving. Nanado was going around misbehaving, indirectly destroying his presidential ambitions and chances. But the stooge kept quiet because he was a stooge. Only for him to resurrect from stoogeism. I hope you know what that word means. He resurrected from stoogeism Eh? And all of a sudden he told us that he was just a maid to... What a sad political talk. Today there are cunts who founded their party, and they are the only people good to be presidents via the NPP. They have shown you their true colors. And by saying that, it doesn't mean that every Akan is like that. I'm talking about the political Akan via the NPP. They showed it from the start. Even Nkrumah, who was an Akan, though Nzima, they didn't want him to be president. They felt he should be back seated so that they would be able to run. Nkrumah realized it and walked out. He walked out. Look how he was fought at the end of the day. So, Baomia, I'm always laughing at you. You will never be president of this country. You are finished. Your political career is dead. The NPP will never even pick you as a running mate, let alone a presidential candidate. It's finished. And I hear Musa, what's his name? Musa Dankwa. Oh, but me is in the lead and I'm laughing. I love Musa Dankwa. I love what he does with his statistics. But this time around, it's bigger than just statistics. The reality will stare you in your cringing brows. Yes, wait and see. Now, the next thing I want to look at is equally interesting, and I need you to come along. I'm reading this from Ghana Web, and it says, Blakk Rasta takes on NDC over Malik Basintali's appointment. And I read, private legal practitioner and activist Oliver Blakk Rasta has criticized the National Democratic Congress for appointing Malik Basintali into a bureaucratic role, describing the move as a strategic blunder. Now, in a post shared on his X page on Saturday, August 23, 2025, Blakk Rasta argued that Basintali's real political value lies in his ability to mobilize the grassroots and energize young people, not in handling government contracts and bureaucratic duties. According to him, Basintali had proven himself as a revelation during the run-up to the elections, earning street credibility and mobilizing enthusiasm among the youth. He maintained that politics is driven more by emotions and high-energy civic engagement than by facts and figures, and Basintali's talents should have been fully harnessed in this space. Blakk Rasta has a point, and the point is that yes, Malik Basintali is a powerful grassroots guy. Today, if Malik Basintali comes out and says, hey, all the youth come out, I honestly sympathize with Malik Basintali. I sympathize with him a lot. Last week, I was at the office of the Minister for, youth and blah, 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 development and blah, 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 blah. Pablo. Yes. Real name, Honorable Opariado, George Opariado. Yes, George Opariado. He's a nice gentleman. I went there looking for sponsorship to help us have kuchoko in the ghetto, because I'm going from one ghetto to the other. I'm going to Kasua, I'm going to Nima, I'm going to Ashaiman, and I'm going to Fadama to talk against Red. And his ministry has also been talking about Red. So I went there to talk to him. Well, he couldn't give us any money. He told us point blank that, well, he doesn't have the budget, and he hopes that another time he might be able to come in. But he's a gentleman. He spoke to me and I sympathize with him. He has a ministry that he has to drive. We had written a letter to them over 2 months ago And we planned to meet, and when we met last week, that was the news that we had. They couldn't really support. Then when I was coming out, I saw Malik Basintali. Wow. I shook his hands. We couldn't even speak. Aside just saying, hi, how is it? Good. Another humble youth. And he walked away. When you look at him, you would not believe that this is the energy that young man has. I'm so proud of him. My brother, yes, he has the power to mobilize the youth. But again, listen to him when he articulates himself on radio and TV. Does it look like a dumb guy? When Malik Basintali speaks, the energy with which he speaks, the decorum with which he speaks, the humility with which he speaks, the intellect with which he speaks, I beg to differ. What is an administrative office that Malik Basintali cannot run? Yes, the man is a very strong guy. We have tried him on TV and radio and mobilization. Have we tried him in the office of administration? A smart guy like this would always have an assistant that can do a lot of paperwork whilst he is on the ground breaking the hard ground. Doesn't he have an assistant? Doesn't he have a deputy? Should he do all the work? No. That is the departure point between me and Blakk Rasta. I believe that this post was done in a very good taste. I can read spiritually that this guy called Blakk Rasta does not have any ill intentions. But that's how he feels. And maybe one or two Ghanaians might also feel like that. But again, I want to repeat, I sympathize with Malik Basintali. Hey, go to his office. The other day I went to his office, I walked away. The youth who are there. What is his office called? What is the office of Malik Basintali called? He has to deal with the youth. His office is all about the youth. It's all about employment. It's all about mobilization. He is in the right ministry. The president admired him so much, he didn't know what to do with him. We were told initially that he was going to be the boss of Oral. And upon thinking further, I think they realized that they needed some kind of energy that Malik Basintali may not adequately have. So they put him in the ministry or in the office where he had to deal with the youth. Go to his office and see the number of youth who are there. Is that not an accomplishment? Unlike in the past where the youth were even scared to go to such offices, today he's opened it up, my brother, my sister, to every Tom, Dick, and Harry to go there. Go there and see motorbikes. Go there and see the youth from Nima and Ashaiman. Go there and see the youth from Fadama and all those wonderful areas. The truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. Malik Basintali is a mobilization person, but at the same time, he has the intellect to decipher. Again, he doesn't need to act alone. He has a deputy, and he has other clean heads whose heads are not filled with political smoke. Very clear that he can fall on to be able to pick up some good minds. Have I made it clear? At this point, I want to say congratulations to Malik Basintali. Whilst you are in there, try and get more experience. Educate yourself the more. And education is not only about sitting in a classroom. I believe in you. The youth believe in you. In fact, if you continue like this, one day, something can happen. Now, the next thing I would like to look at is equally interesting. Hey, Jesus have mercy. Some of the headlines, I see them and I start to shake. Hey. This one is also from Ghana Web, and it says, Rich Hospital Saga. Many people pursue nursing for job security, not passion. And this is a man called Kojopoku. Who is he? I read. Now, the executive director of the Institute of Energy Policies and Research, Kojopoku, has weighed in on the alleged assault case at the Accra Regional Hospital, popularly known as Rich Hospital, condemning the violence but also raising concerns about the conduct of some nurses in current times. In a snippet from an interview with Prime Insight shared by a Sika official on X on August 23, Opoku argued that while any act of assault on health professionals is unacceptable, some do not always uphold the ethics of their profession. I leave it here. I'm done. My brother, my sister. Listen. A lot of Ghanaians are in employments that they do not have passion for. Oh, my brother is the police boss. Because I am unemployed, even though I do not like policing, it's not anything that I have any passion for. I'm even embarrassed when people see me in the police uniform because of daily bread. I am a policeman by the kind courtesy of my brother. Oh, soldier. I don't like soldier. I even fear the gunshot. When I hear the sound of the gunshot, I cringe. I feel like running into the rat hole that is closest to me. But by the kind virtue of my brother, who is a boss of the army, I am a soldier. Oh, I went to school. I actually wanted to go to the university, but my grades were not strong enough, and I had to choose between being a teacher and a nurse, even though I don't like the sight of the needle. Neither do I even like the sight of the blood. I'm always scared when I see these two. But today, I am a nurse because I couldn't make it to the university by default. My brother, my sister, whose duty is it to interview the people and go inside their DNA? Metaphorically, my brother, my sister, to find out whether they have the passion for what they are choosing or not. Hey, let the police service bring you statistics to show how many people are in the police the first year, and the next year or 2 years, go and count the number. A lot of them have left and they have gone abroad to clean toilets. I was in America the other day. My brother, 3 policemen I met. He told me, oh, Blakk, where the American count Ghana? Patriot. Ejumano. All of them told me that they didn't have the passion for the police, but because of jobs. So if you go into the police, or you become a nurse, or you become a soldier because of job security, as the first option, when there's a better job, as in a better paying job opportunity, you are going to relinquish all this. Am I making sense? There was this army guy that I knew. I don't want to mention his name. Very bulky and very strong. And in a lot of the parades, you will see him macho, heavy and strong. He had almost everything on him. Knives, guns, everything, bombs, everything. Water bottles, everything. And he looked really good. Recently, I tried to find out where he was because I wasn't seeing him. And I wasn't shocked to hear that he's now an American. He's in the American army. And he's doing his own things. How many Ghanaian police left the police and went to America and went to England and some other places to do other things? My brother, what this gentleman is saying is the truth. Who Who does the interviews? Are they also biased? Like a lot of politicians. You have to show a party card before they even listen to you. How can we see the passion in people and accept them for any of these services? Because the next job is a passion. The police job is a passion. Or else the bribery will never stop on our streets. Or else more people would die in our hospitals because we have nurses who have taken a vow to protect lives, yet they don't have the passion to follow this. Oh, Jesus. Final thing I would like to look at is this from Ghana Web, and it says, Bonteso clash. Yamin urges Mahama to stop anti-galamsey task force. Cites unprofessionalism. And I read, now after a tragic clash in Bonteso that left some community members injured and arrested, including their assembly member and DC national organizer, Joseph Yamin, has appealed to President John Dramani Mahama to put an immediate stop to all anti-galamsey task force operations. Yamin, with his voice heavy with concern, visited Bonteso alongside the Deputy National Secretary, Mustafa Bandi. Now meeting with distraught residents, local chiefs, and even police commanders, Yamin didn't hold back his frustration with the task force's actions. What happened here was not about fighting illegal mining. He declared with all seriousness, it's about extorting money and creating problems for hardworking Ghanaians. I imagine President Mahama as a matter of urgency to step in and order the IGP and the Interior Minister to pull these task forces back. Yamin continued his passion palpable. How can they claim to be enforcing the law when they are just lining their own pockets? Yamin is gradually becoming the king of galamsey in Ghana. The Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayine, has already asked Iyoko to investigate Joseph Yamin and Wanabanga. I think the NDC and the president must watch Yamin very, very well. From where I sit, I smell a galamsey king. We have seen and heard tapes where Yamin was glorifying galamsey in one way or the other. Or when you have your church harvest, don't you invite the galamsey people to come and give you money? Why are you condemning them? Yamin is a careless talker, unwise, not smart when it comes to thinking. You have been in opposition for 8 solid years. And this is the best you can do for the nation. He's not even thinking about revamping the task force. He said stop them so that the galamsey can continue. Why did he not say that the IGP and all the other forces that be should make sure that this canker of lining pockets, task forces lining their pockets, rather than fighting galamsey, should be looked at, but rather stop them. After all, you are minister because of what you call galamsey today. Shut up about the galamsey. My brother, if the NDC wants to go back to opposition, which I will hate to see, allow this Yamin guy to continue misbehaving. Galamsey must stop. But there is one man who is going around almost glorifying galamsey, and that is Yamin, Joseph Yamin. To the point that the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayine, has called out his own party member and has given him over to Iyoko to investigate and trust this guy called Raymond Archer to deal with the issue. My brother, my sister, if you allow Yamin to continue on this tangent, your party will go back into opposition. I'm telling you, listen to the voice. The guy doesn't seem to have the interest to stop any galamsey. He wants to see it happen. After all, that was what brought the party into power. He seems to be saying. And you are the minister of land. You are the minister of environment. All because of these galamsey people who raised money. What unpatriotic talk. How different are you from Wuntumi? And that doctor who was talking about galamsey and Napo. You are all in the same class. You are not patriots. Please, NDC. John Dramani Mahama, listen to the voice of the prophet of patriotism. I beg you. Or else, this Yamin guy,